So, hello, how are we all? Just about to check my audio levels, that they're all working nicely, make sure everything's fine and dandy. So just bear with me a second. Just pause this here. And then we will crack on with the Pro 1 League of Season 13, MRC, GTTCC, TV, whatever it is. So I'll go through the field in a second. Let's just pause it there. So while I just check everything's working with my audio. Let's just pause it there. So while I just check. Yep, as you can probably hear myself in the background. So how are we all? Having a good week. The week of the price release and date of when we can get our hands on the PS5. Have you got your pre-orders in? I've managed to get mine in. I'm not telling you where, but I've managed to get mine in. So good luck to you all if you manage to get your pre-orders in and booked and everything is fine and dandy. Been a bit of a hectic week for myself, which is why it's taken me longer to get around to doing this commentary, so thank you for bearing with me on that one. I've heard this race is a bit of a doozy. I have not gone through it. It's going to be interesting to do the commentary from the third person point of view, seeing as it's dark as well, but we shall try. Anyway, here we go. In the qualifier, we're all in the Ferraris race one, aren't we? So in first place is Mental Nev, but to be honest, he's hardly got much of a lead there for the qualification of being first over Dylan in second place. But in first place is Mental Nev. He's got a mixture of tyres there, racing softs front, racing super softs at the back. Dylan is racing super softs. I mean, Dylan looks like he's in P1 there. Are these positions literally side by side? Is there any way to have a quick check of this? Let's have a quick look. Can we go walkabout mode? Are they literally? Yeah, they're side by side, so there doesn't seem to be any benefit from qualifying first. Well, it says he's first. Hang on. Have I got this right? So on the grid, let's just check that again. So on the grid there, look, P1 is the car on the inside, but in the game, Dylan is, here we are on board with Dylan, in P2. Go figure that out. Mental Nev qualified first, is on the outside in the second grid position on the field. Dylan's, oh, well, you got my point. Anyway, so let's see how many names I can get wrong for this commentary. This is going to be a lot of laughs. So Mental Nev here is in first place. Dylan is here in second. IGTS, I'll call you Patchy. I have no idea if that's the right way of saying it. He's here in third from Hungary. Matt Elwood from South Africa is here in fourth. Racing sauce for him. Valium is in fifth. Diablo from Australia, g'day mate, on his home circuit as well at Bathurst, here in sixth place. Chi-Chi is here in seventh. James Harben here in eighth. Scrap Drifter, my mate Scrap Drifter, hope he's still in his orange cars. There's some good tussles with him last season. Not that I've got any favourites in this race, but suddenly I've got a favourite that I want to win. It is in ninth place, Scrap Drifter. Nissan Elvis is in 10th. Oh, Crumbs, all my old mates. Oh, Zafiro's in 11th. Oh, I've got another favourite, Zaf, back here in 11th. Blimey, must be a good field if Zaf's back here in 11th. TC Idol, hello mate, is back here in 12th. White Shark Ben in 13th, and the Hammer Games here in 14th. So, Dilly Hammer Games, Dilly. I won't go into. I do like the team that's got Dilly all over. Right, so turn one at Bathurst. I'm expecting all sorts of incidents, if I'm honest. So we're going to go on board with Mental Nev as we come to, where's the lights? Is there lights anywhere? Can't see any lights anywhere. No, there's no lights anywhere. We're going on board with Dylan. He's on the inside. Sorry about the flicking. I want to go from that point of view and look back. Yep, as expected, Dylan's got up into first place. Oh no, he's not. He's side by side with Ben, but also there's lots of. They've all managed to get through. Oh, someone didn't look like they had the lights on then. It's all managed to get through back here. Oh, this is going to be really hard to commentate on when you can't even see them. But so far, so good for everyone. coming up to the right-hand turn that starts to go up the hill. There's always a bit of bump in there. Someone's been pushed wide. Someone else has gone wide as well. All three abreast. Chi-Chi's just been done over there by Scrap Drifters. Now we might lose position to Zafira, who up on the inside, but no, he blocks off. So we go up the field. So far, so good through going up the hill now. I wish I knew what these turns were called. I should have done my homework. In the meantime, Mental Nevs. Oh, what's happened to Dylan? Dylan's gone back to fourth. Oh, let's go back. Let's see how Dylan's ended up back here. Because Dylan, well, here we go. Dylan was side by side with Mental Nev. Just getting the turn up the hill. Oh, he drifted too far wide. It's allowed. Oh, he didn't hit the bumper as well. So Nev hit the barrier as well. So that's allowed Patchy and Matt Elwood to get through. Manages to stop Diablo getting through. Someone else has gone wide here. Patchy's now gone wide as well. So, oh, kicking off. So far, so good about this, but there's lots of twisted. The top half of this circuit feels more like Monaco than it does a nice flowing circuit, because there's barriers either side. But here we are on board now with Mental Nev. It's coming down the hill. This is the next place I'm expecting there to be some shenanigans. Nev's through quite cleanly. Let's go back through the field. Everyone's got through cleanly so far. Yep, Zafira's through. TC's through. Oh, it looks like Chi-Chi's had a bit of a moment back there. So far, so good by the Pro 1 boys. I have to say, they're all doing really well here. There's not been really any shenanigans at all. But all it's allowing is Mental Nev now coming down the fast back straight underneath the bridge. That nice full flat out, sorry, kink here to the right, and then hard on the brakes. Coming into the stadium complex. Mental Nev's starting to get a bit of a lead now on Patchy, as the field is certainly starting to string out a little bit more. Just go through, make sure everyone is still there or thereabouts. So we come back up to the lights, and what's this? Valium's lost it big time. Let's go back and see what happened with Valium there. Did he just get the braking wrong? Coming down to the final turn, but on the start-finish straight. Here he goes. Oh, he left the braking far too late. Oh, he's given Diablo a bit of a punt as well for good measure. Manages to hold it well, but he's lost 3 places now. Or he's managed to hold on just to leave it just for 3. So Valium there. Moment of lapse of concentration. Dilly Ham against Chi-Chi. Oh, what's happened to Chi-Chi? He's dropped right off now. Let's go. Oh, here we go. So Chi-Chi coming now was in 11th spot. Coming to the same stadium complex again. Gets it wrong. Goes onto the grass. Spins it around. Gets nudged by the hammer. And does a full 360. You got 10 out of 10 for style points for that one. Cheech, gotta say. So, in the meantime, we go back up now to... We're on board with Mental Nev on lap 2. Let's have a look at. He's already pulled out. Let's see if I can find the timings. He's already pulled out a 1 second lead over Patchy. He's on Racing Super Softs. I do love the Santa Ferrari. I'm going to go on about it all the time. Broke there. Oh, he left the brake in it really quite late then, I thought. And now there's a train of drivers here from Patchy second, Matt Elwood third, Dylan side by side with Diablo. Diablo on his home circuit. Wants to get back home in time for the barbecue and Foster's. Looks like he's on a bit of a mission, is Diablo. Trying to force his way through there. Past Dylan. Guys, I'm never sure where to watch because there's so many places people could go wrong. We'll stay on board with Diablo here as we come down to this horror. I hate this section. It just doesn't. I know you can get it right and it flows and everything, but it's just a horrible little section. And someone up front has just got it wrong. Patchy's side by side with Mental Nev. Now let's have a quick go back again. So did Nev get it wrong? Yeah, Nev got it wrong. He's binned it all by himself. He's got his indicator on as well. So Patchy's coming up alongside Nev side by side now. Apache coming into this last sharp left before the long straight. But not only is Apache caught right up, so is Matt Elwood. And also is Dylan. There's a whole scrum of drivers up front. Is anyone else got any issues back here? No, they haven't. So let's watch this. Dylan is in the slipstream here. Oh, this is cracking stuff. Look at this. 4 cars. Nose to tail. Oh, Matt Elwood's binned it all by himself. Is he going to come off and take someone else off? No, he's not. Let's go back and watch Matt Elwood lose it by himself. He's side by side here with Patchy. Gets a nice toe up against the rear wing of Mental Nev, but gets it wrong. Doesn't turn quick enough. That sharp little right nearly takes Dylan back out and manages to avoid contact, which is great driving actually, to be honest, to avoid all of that. And now other drivers are going to stream past. Here comes scrapped with some Matt Elwood's dropped back from 2nd down to 7th in the blink of an eye. In the meantime, Patchy has. So look, Patchy did get Mental Nev in the last turn here. Oh, I think there's a little bit of a nudge. Was there a bit of contact there? He's managed to somehow, in a most unorthodox manner, get in front of Nev, but Nev's has taken it straight back again, coming into turn 1, and that's also bringing along Dylan into the scene. P1 Dylan's now lost his position to Diablo. Diablo told you he's got a Barbie and a Foster to get to. He's in a rush here. Oh, this is cracking stuff here from the Pro 1 boys. Who are on board with Dylan. Don't want to stay from the rear view, but it's difficult to see what's going on because it's in dark. Dylan side by side with, oh, I thought Dylan's dropped back. What's happened there to Dylan? Let's go on board with Dylan here. Oh, he gets it slightly wrong, nudges 2 people, brakes hard to try and avoid contact, scrapes the barrier. So out again for him. He's lost his one little mistake and he's dropped all the way back down to 7th place. So let's go back up to see where Patchy was. Mental Nev's now managed to get a little bit of a gap between him and Patchy. Diablo, told you, man on a mission. Home circuit for the Australian. Oh, and Patchy gets it wrong. So did Dylan. Diablo nearly follows as well. They're scraping the side of those Ferraris along the wall, but both managed to just hold it. And now Diablo's up to 2nd place. Maybe Kylie and Danny are waiting for him at the winner's enclosure. He knows something we don't, but he's on a mission. He's gone through the field now. I think he started 7th on the grid. He's moved his way up now to 2nd place through some of the other drivers falling off, and Nissan Elvis now is up to 4th. Scrapdrifter's made his way through the field, and my favourite is up to 5th. And Matt Elwood's dropped back to 6th. Dylan 7th. James Harbin's 8th. Valium's 9th. TC Idol 10th. Zafiro's 11th. Chi-Chi is in 12th. The Hammer Game's 13th. And White Shark Ben struggling back here in last place, starting to fall off the back of the field now. God, this has been action packed and we're only 6.5 minutes in. Strap in everyone, let's enjoy the ride. Oh, looks like there was some action going on here. Diablo's got up to 2nd. Oh, missed. Oh, was he already in 2nd? I think he already was, wasn't he? Yeah, he was already in 2nd, but it looks like Patchy's caught right up here. Patchy's got a nice drive on Diablo coming into sharp left-hand turn where the... Oh, wow, lots of lag going on there. I was about to say the Ferrari is can cause a complaint from some of the drivers that it's not the best handling of cars, and I thought that was the case in point. But look, it's poor Patchy's... It's not his fault. It's lagging on over the shot, which is a nightmare for other drivers to follow. But no, Diablo holding on to 2nd place, and we've now got another puff of smoke there from Elvis. Another stream of drivers scraptured to 5th. Matt Elwood, who was up to 2nd, has now been caught here by Dylan. So Matt and Dylan back here side by side with a bit of a gap between them and James Harbin. He's just been his best sector time as well. Is he going to manage to outbrake Matt Elwood? He is, and he's managed to hold it and take the place cleanly. Great driving there from Dylan. He's go back up the field. See, Patchy's up there. You're going to know who Patchy is by the guy all over the place. In the meantime, here you go on board with Nev. Starting to stream away now from Patchy, Diablo, Nissan Elvis. Scrap Drifter's been caught by Dylan. Stay on board with these two. I love the Ferrari sound. And with it reverberating around the concrete walls. Oh, it just sounds awesome. Down the hill, nice, neat and tidy there from Scrap. Looks like he's started to hold up because Dylan and Matt Elwood did qualify higher up the grid than Scrap. So it looks like he is starting to hold these boys up a little bit. Coming on board with Dylan now. Is Dylan got a run at Scrap Drift yet? It's flashing his lights. I'm pretty sure Scrap just doesn't give a flying something about whether someone's flashing his lights. But Dylan's managed to get through, but Scrap's holding his line up the inside. Gone defensive. Great stuff there from both the boys with both of their brakes glowing red in the night, Australian night sky there. It looks fantastic, I have to say. Great bit of driving by these two. Scrap Drifter holding on to 5th place. Right, let's move up to C, go through the field. So we are 10 minutes in, starting to settle down. We'll just run through the positions and the lap time. So here we have Mental Nev in 1st place. He's done a 2:11.5 as his fastest lap. Patchy has done a 2:11.2 as his fastest lap, which is the last lap, so he's got better pace. But as you can see, he's had a bit of a nightmare for the first 3 laps. Diablo consistently putting in some decent times, even though he's scraping the barrier there. Done 2:12. Nissan Elvis 2:12. Scrap Drifter 2:12.8. Dylan 2:13. Matt Elwood 2:13. James 2:13. Valium 2:12. So we've got 2:12.3. Valium looks like he's been. Oh, he's dropped back to 9th. He's been at 9th. He's definitely got the pace here, is Valium. He's got to find a way through the field, though. That's the thing. And he's on races super soft as well, and I've hardly got any wear on him at all. So I've got a feeling Valium could be moving up the field if he can get a chance of getting through. TC Idol's 2:13. Zafiro 2:13. Chi-Chi's back here in 12th, and yet he's done a 2:12.2. Some had some sort of nightmare. Lap 1 is done a 2:35. Hammer Games seems to be well off the pace. Dilly at 2:17. White Shark Ben is on 2:16. So on board with Mental Nev now. Still, let's have a look at the live time. He's now got a 2.8 second lead over Patchy, but oh, I was going to say Patchy's now in 2nd place. When did he get that spot from Diablo? We'll quickly go back to see where I can find it. No, I thought Diablo was in 2nd place at one point. Patches all over the shop still, so we were going down the hill, come up to about here, wasn't it, that we left it. Oh, Diablo's definitely got a run now on the Hungarian using all of the road. Oh, I think Diablo could have dived up the inside there, maybe, possibly. Decides to bail out a little bit. So I'll just leave you on board with Diablo as I just have a quick drinks break. And we're back. So, nose to tail, these two fighting is just allowing Nev to slightly pull away from everyone. You are on board with Nev. Just approaching halfway. I'm not really sure what people's tyre strategies are. Nev is on racing softs on the front. It's got a minimal tyre wear. It's all round. Maybe just on the right side is starting to go off a little bit. But Patchy's on racing super softs and he's got far less wear, so he's in really good condition. But as you can see, Diablo taste the Fosters already. Is definitely on a mission. Working his way through the field. He's caught up to Patchy again. I must have got it wrong. I thought Diablo was second, and I must have missed when he's gone off or something to allow Patchy through. Now those Patchy and Diablo have got away from this little fight here, which we've seen between Nissan Elvis and Dylan. This guy on board with Dylan as he's struggling to find a way through in the night sky. No, he's so bad. Oh, disaster. What a disaster. I think he just got the braking wrong there. He's right up the tailpipes of Nissan Elvis. Elvis just goes head first into the barrier. Oh, Dylan desperately unlucky there. I think he was just so close to Nissan Elvis. Nissan Elvis, has he got any damage on the car? Yes, he has. Nissan Elvis got damage, which has just allowed Matt Elwood and Scrap Drifter now to get through. Oh, disaster. Hello, Giovanni Mendez. Aloha. This is the other thing I do. Commentaries on some GT racing. Anyway, carrying on. Scrap Drifter's now. Well, Matt Elwood's got back up to 4th. Scrap Drifter's been making his way through the field as well, keeping it clean. Told you Scrap Drifter was a good driver. Come on, Scrap, you can do it, mate. Let's see if we can get a podium out of this. Nice. I would say bright orange car, but it's so dark you can't really see it. Nissan Elvis, he's got. Oh, his damage is gone there. Oh, so who's come off there? Someone has come off badly there. Let's go back again. I think it was Matt Elwood in front of Scrap Drifter. Does Matt Elwood get it wrong? Coming down to the last turn. Here we are. It's just in front of Matt Elwood. So it's not Diablo. It's not Diablo or Patchy or Nev because they've gone out in front. Yeah, Matt gets it horribly wrong. There's a little off camber. Left-hand turn, drifts the back end of that Ferrari wide. As you can see, there's a slight camber there, leaning over from the left to the right. And as that last turn comes around the corner, it tends to throw the back end of the Ferraris out. That slight little overrun has just allowed 3 cars to get past, which is just shows you how tight the driving is between these boys. So Dylan's now up to 6th place, and he's already looking to get past Elvis. Surely he's going to get the move done into this braking zone here. Yep, leaves the braking ever so late. Can Elvis undercut Dylan? No, he can't. Can't do it. Nice little midfield battle brewing here. Matt Elvis now back to 7th. James Harben's 8th. TCI, look, they're all catching up. They're all within sight of each other. Stream of drivers, and Valium. See, always had a bit of a nightmare. He's on a 217. He's lost something somewhere, but as you can see from, let's go, I think it's from Scrap Drifter here down to 10th place. It's this line astern. The Scrap Drifter now is coming to the downhill section. Here we go, on board with Scrap, nice and tidy. You can see Dylan in the background. Well done, Scrap Drifter, keeping it out in front of Dylan. Coming around to this Falcon turn, don't hit the barrier, there we go, goes wide. So here we go, Scrap Drifter's in 4th. Let's go to this position. So there goes Scrap Drifter, Dylan in 5th, and then we've got another stream, Nissan Elvis, Matt Elwood, James Harben, who has got a penalty from somewhere, TC Idol, Valium, all line astern, and there's Zafira. I'm guessing, by the way, where's James Harben? He's probably picked a penalty up coming at the top of the hill. Nope, it's not got it there. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we go back to where we were here. Just come down the main straight. He's trying to scrub it off there. You can see James is trying to get rid of that penalty. He's been harassed by TC Idol. Oh, hitting the turf there by the boys. Oh, looks like TC Idol's just made a move here on Zafiro. Nope, not quite. Sorry, on Valium. Right, so halfway through. Must be thinking, these boys must now be thinking of pit stops. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. Yeah, Mental Nev is now. Let's have a look how far ahead he is. Oh, he's only 1.8. He's not managed to pull out much of a gap between himself and Patchy in second place. So the top 3 drivers pulling away. So here's Mental Nev going up the hill for the tricky backfield section. In the meantime, here's Patchy. Yep, he's not caught up to Nev, but he's certainly not letting him get away. And Diablo on home turf is also keeping tabs on the 3 in front. Nice city skyline back there, the lights. There's a distant city. Maybe Diablo could tell us which city it is in the background. Is it Bathurst in the background? Answers on the postcard, please. And there's a big gap here between Diablo and Scrap Drifter. The gap is 11 seconds down the road. So the top 3 have got an 11 seconds advantage over the field, and obviously the class of this league. But to hear Scrap Drifter, who's fighting manfully to keep Dylan at bay, coming down the hill. Just have one more little drink. So once, I've said it 1,000 times, the Ferrari sounds lovely. Oh, screw! What's again up to 156, 57, 60 miles, 161 it gets to, 62, 63, wow, 163 miles an hour. We're braking hard. Scraps gets it very wide. He's just managing to hold it, so Diablo's into the pits. Oh, he's just managing to keep it out in front of Dylan, but they're not pitting just yet. So these 3 are starting to hold each other up. So where's Diablo here? Where's he going to come out? The pit exit of this is horrible as well, because it also throws people out into the racing line. But no, they've all managed to get out in front. So Diablo's managed to pit and get out in front of Scrap Drifter. Here we go, Dylan though, side by side with Scrap. Surely it's just a matter of time now before Dylan does manage to get past Scrap. But I know the clue is in the title. Scrap Drifter will fight and scrap all the way to the finish. Oh, Dylan, I thought you... Well, let's have a look at that again. I thought that was a little bit cheeky there from Dylan. He basically just cuts across the nose of Scrap Drifter here. Yeah, he just pulls in. He must have known that Scrap Drifter was there, so Scrap Drifter gives him a little nudge, just to say that. I thought a little bit cheeky there from Dylan, cutting the nose of Scrap Drifter, pushes Scrap Drifter wide. Scrap Drifter thinking about undercutting Dylan here, but he's also now got to worry about Matt Elwood all over his rear wing. He's almost in the back seat with him, but he's not now. He's nearly in the wall. Scrap Drifter's now just starting to lose a little bit of distance between him and Dylan up there in front. And there we go, they're settling down now. So let's stay on board with Scrap Drifter as he comes down the hill. Can he catch back up to Dylan? Oh, he's got it horribly wrong. He's got it horribly wrong. What happened there? Just misses his braking point completely and slams into the wall. Is he going to get damage on the car as he goes? Gets it wrong. Just about here. Gets it horribly wrong. Oh, it's not too bad after all. Oh, and it just misses Matt Elwood. So now Scrap Drifter, who's been consistent all the way through, has now dropped back to 6th place. He's now got another 2 Ferraris up his tailpipes. He's got a Nissan Elvis and P1 Valium. We just called him Valium. He's got on board with Valium here. Surely he's got a nice tow here behind Elvis. Oh, God, I wish you could see better. So go for this view. We'll go from that one. 3 drivers line astern going 150 miles an hour with a horrible braking section coming up. Is anyone going to swap positions? No, it's all clean so far, and so far the only person to pit is Diablo. Is anyone else coming into the pits this lap? Certainly not. None of these 3 isn't one of these 3 boys. Line astern coming to finals turn now. I'm pretty sure Valium's going to make a move here on this and Elvis up the inside into turn 1. It's looking very tasty. He's looking, thought about it. No, pulls out. No, keeps it clean. So run through the field to see where we are. So Mental Nev's still holding off. He's still got about a 1.5 second lead. Just it's been eaten into a little bit. He's got a 1.4 second lead over Patchy in second place. His tyres have definitely gone off. There's 9 minutes to go. In second place is Patchy. He's not pitted. He's holding station, as it were, behind the race leader. Just can't seem to. I think he's waiting for Mental Nev to make a mistake. He might have a long wait if that's the case, because knowing how good Mental Nev is. In third place, Diablo on a fresh set of tyres. Has he got the jump on the rest of the drivers by coming in then? He's 10 seconds behind Patchy. Let's see if he can close that gap on a fresh set of tyres. He's not going to need, obviously he's not going to need to pit anymore unless he gets damaged. Oh! Dylan's got a penalty. Where did Dylan pick that penalty up? Let's go on board with Dylan. I cut too much corner there. I think that's where it's going to be. Yeah, he cut too much corner, just that little tiny section there. I'm not sure where these boys have to scrub the penalties off. As you can see, Dylan has got a big lead now over Matt Elwood, who has got past Scrap Drifter. Scrap Drifter's fallen way off the pace. See where Dylan, is he going to scrub the penalty off here, or is he going to do it on the start finish straight? No, he's not going to do that at all. So could have done it on that straight, or is it just going to be in the start finish straight that's what the boys have been told to do? Let's keep an eye on Dylan, because surely it should be coming up to now. Keep an eye on that, we'll see where he scrubs that penalty off. So far, Dablo, the only person to pit, certainly in the top 8 anyway. Oh, he goes, he scrubbed a bit of the penalty off there. Still not scrubbed the penalty off, so we have to keep an eye on that, see when he does it. In the meantime, Patchy has caught. Oh, missed this. So Mental Nev's obviously got something wrong slightly somewhere, and just allowed Patchy to catch right up to, there we go, the back end of Mental Nev. Nev's going to stay defensive and keep it out of there on the right hand side, blocking the racing line. Here we are, side by side. Patchy looking to go around the outside, trying to hold it, smashes the barrier, doesn't make it work. Has he got any damage for that? No, he hasn't. So I'm just quickly going to scan through to see if anyone else has pitted apart from Dablo, because we've now got, what's it, 7 minutes to go. So Mental Nev is still out in front. Patchy's still in second place. Dablo, the only person who's pitted, is in third. With those two squabbling in front, he may have caught up a little bit. No, still 10 seconds. So Dablo's there in third place. Dylan's in fourth. He's not scrubbed the penalty off. I thought you had to get rid of those penalties on the next available straight. So Dylan's in fourth place. He's not pitted. Matt Elwood's in fifth place. He's not pitted. Scrap Drifter's in sixth. They're all spread out now. He hasn't pitted. Valium's not pitted in seventh. He's got up from 10th. He was at one point. He's also had a bit of an issue with that last lap. He's done 2:17 for some reason. We can see Scrap Drifter there in front of him. TC Idol's been making his way through the field. Oh! Let's go back to this. I think Valium just got it wrong again. Coming down the hill. Let's go from this point of view here. Comes down the hill, gets the braking wrong. Goes a bit wide. Oh no! He went wide and hit the barrier. He slowed right there. Yeah, no. Same spot as where I've forgotten his name now. Dylan got his penalty. So let's see. So anyway, Scrap Drifter 6th, Valium 7th, TC Idol 8th, Nissan Elvis dropped back to 9th. Nissan, he's not pitted. God, Nissan's tyre wear there is looking really bad. He should have pitted, I think. James Harpen's not pitted. He's in 10th. He's desperate on his front right. Chi-Chi's not pitted. Zafira's not pitted. No one's pitted. Hammergame's not pitted. No one's pitted apart from Diablo. It seems to be doing him alright. I think he could catch up. It's still a long time to go. It's still, look, 6 minutes. It's about 3 laps. It's a long. He's got a big gap to get up to catch back up. But 10 seconds was the gap. But when the timer goes off, people will start drifting wide and start slowing up. Anyway, so in the meantime, Nev now has got another 1.5 second lead over Patchy. He tried that manoeuvre and it didn't work. Oh, terrible lag there from the Hungarian. Diablo still can't. Let's have a look at the timing. Let's have a look. Diablo's got it down to 7.7 seconds now. Dylan's still not scrubbed his penalty off. I think the stewards might have to look at that. Matt Elwood is in 5th place. Bit of a gap now between him and Scrapdrifter, still in 6th. Valium's still got his penalty, so maybe the P1 boys didn't get the memo about what you're supposed to do with scrubbing penalties off, unless things have changed a little bit from when I was in the series, but I thought you had to scrub those penalties off. TC Idol's there in 8th. Looking at the back end of Valium, Nissan Elvis 9th, Chi-Chi's up to 10th, Zafira's stayed around about 11th for most of the race, hasn't really moved up or down. James Harbin's... Ooh, I heard the screech of tyres then. James is caught up to the back end of Zafiro. Here we go, coming down. Oh, he's had I thought he was going to make a dive up the inside. Oh, Zafiro's got it wide. Yep, James has managed to take the pace cleanly. So Zafiro's now back down to 12th. Hammergame still back here in 13th, and White Shark Ben is doing a bit of drifting now. Gets that horribly wrong in 14th. So with 4 minutes to go, I really don't think anyone's going to be pitting now, which I'm surprised at. To be honest, I would have thought it seemed, as you saw from when Diablo pitted, you really didn't lose much track time at all. Diablo was in 3rd place when he pitted, and I think he had about a 10-second lead over whoever was in 4th at the time, and he still came out at a bit of a distance in 3rd place. So I think pitting might have actually worked out quite well for some of these drivers, especially some of the boys a bit further down whose front tyres have gone well off. And as you can see in Mental Nev, he's obviously driving very clean, but his front right is almost down to half, and he's still got, I'd say, about 2 laps to go. This one and another one, and he still can't shake Patsy. Patsy, I can't say the name. Or Patsy, I don't know. You get what you see with me. I say it how I see. Oh, I thought he got in straight to the barrier then, Patchy, but he's catching up through this section here to get up. It does look like he's hit the barrier, but he's not actually. It's just a lag. Where's Diablo? He's just coming around the bottom of the hill now. He's got a nice quiet drive. You can see the 2 up in front, but he can't do much about it. P1 Dylan still hasn't scrubbed his penalty off. I wonder if he's going to. Matt Elwood, he's got a penalty now as well. Don't know when he got his. Scrap Drifters in 6th still. We're also looking at people's tyres now. Valium still with a penalty in 7th place. TC Idol. This is the guy, Nissan Elvis. He's obviously on the controller as well, and his front right is horrific, to be honest. Line astern, so really there's lots of gaps. Everyone can see each other apart from these 2 here and the guys up front. Zafiro's gathered himself now and is right in the tailpipes of James Harbin. But look at the tyre wear on James Harbin's car. I'm surprised he hasn't pitted as well. Zafiro's looking at the inside. He's got better tyre wear, Zafiro. Doesn't quite make it work. Hammer Games back here in 13th. Dilly Dilly and White Shot Ben's caught up with him. Even though White Shot Ben's got nothing on his front right almost. So, here we are. This is lap 14 where I'm on the circuit. This will be the last lap. There's 20 seconds to go before the 30 minutes are up. So maybe there wasn't the 2 laps, it's just the one. Mental Nev is hanging on over Patchy. You can see the gap between the two. Let's go on board Apache. No, let's not go on board Apache because he's lagging all over the place. It's Mental Nev looking back now. Final time to come down the hill. Apache does get this section much better, I have to say. Can Patchy get into the toe of Nev coming into the low? He's right in prime position to do so. 30 minutes is up. This is going to be the final lap. I don't really want to stay with a laggy driver, but I'm going to have to just to see how this turns out. Can Patchy get a toe on Nev? He's certainly closing. He's closing right up. Which is going to go left or right? Is Nev going to give him the right hand side? Where's... Oh no, gone too far. There we go. Let's go back again. Don't want to miss this. So here we are with Nev. He gives that side to Patchy. So Patchy gets the little run here. He's going to be the last of the late break because is Nev going to outbrake Patchy? He's going to go too wide and bins it. Oh no, disaster. Patchy gets the position. Let's watch it one more time from this point of view. Both trying to outbrake each other, but Nev gets it horribly wrong. It just gives the victory to Patchy here. Coming up to the last turn. Pressure finally got to Nev, so Patchy's going to be a winner. As he comes around now to take the checkered flag on lap 14. Well done, the Hungarian driver. Patchy's in first place. Mental Nev is going to finish in second. Diablo's going to get his Fosters now in third place. Here comes Dylan, who's not scrubbed his penalty off. The steward, nope, too late, mate. You meant to do it before then. In fourth place, Matt Elwood coming around now to finish in fifth place. Scrap Drifter finishes a respectable sixth place. Valium scrubbing his penalty off. Let's go back. See, look, still got a penalty there. I'm not sure that's how you meant to do it, boys. Stewards might be called in on to look at this one. You're not supposed to scrub your penalty off at the very end. But anyway, Valium comes in 7th. TC Idol is in 8th. Nissan Elvis is going to have a finish in 9th. Chi-Chi's in 10th. Zafiro has got in front of James Harben for 11th. And James Harben 12th. The Hammer Games 13th. And White Shot Ben 14th. So, there you have it. Race 3 of season 13 for the Pro 1 boys. I shall shortly do race 2. I'm just going to have a little break, have a coffee, and then I'll do it again a bit later on this afternoon, which is Pro 1's race 4. I'll get it right in a minute. I need a coffee. Thanks for watching. See you again soon, and stay safe.